Always thought my life was ordinary. Every morning the same routine. Waking up, making tea, sending the kids to school, and packing lunch for my husband. Evenings were predictable. A family dinner, a little television, and then sleep. Everything felt safe, like the calm before a storm I could never imagine. I never thought that one day the very routine I clung to, the rhythm I trusted, would become my enemy. My husband, the father of my children, the people I called my relatives, the ones I believed would never hurt me, they were all part of the picture I thought was my safe world. I trusted them completely. I was willing to sacrifice my life for them without hesitation. Every decision I made, every compromise, every small act of care. It all came from love and trust. And yet, one ordinary afternoon changed everything. I was cleaning the attic, a place I hadn't visited in years. Dust hung in the air, covering old boxes and forgotten memories. That's when I saw it. An old, worn-out folder, hidden in the corner under a thick layer of dust. Something told me to pick it up, and I did. Inside, I found letters, documents, and photographs. First, I didn't understand. These papers seemed innocent. But as I looked closer, I realized they weren't. Every single item told a story. A story of secrets, lies, and betrayal. I felt my stomach drop. How could this be possible? How could the people I trusted the most, people who I believed loved me, protected me, use my trust against me? The documents revealed something I could never have imagined. My inheritance, my property, even decisions I had made for my family, had all been manipulated for their benefit. Every memory I thought was pure, every moment I believed was shared in love, had been twisted behind my back. I was angry, confused, heartbroken, and yet, I was curious. I had two choices. I could ignore it, pretend it didn't exist, and continue living in the illusion of safety. Or I could face it, the truth, however painful, however dangerous. I chose the truth. I spent days, then nights, examining every letter, every document, every photograph. Each piece revealed a new secret, a new betrayal. With each discovery, the puzzle became clearer. But the weight grew heavier. I realized that my family, the very people I loved, were not who they seemed. They had been planning, manipulating, and hiding things from me for years. And the more I learned, the more I realized how deep the deception went. Some of the letters were personal, written in secrecy, detailing plans I could never have imagined. Some photographs captured moments I had never been meant to see, moments that exposed lies, betrayals, and hidden alliances. I remembered every decision I had ever made for my family, decisions I had thought were noble, choices I had made out of love, and realized how they had been used against me. I felt like I was walking through a maze with no exit. Every clue I uncovered led me deeper. Every secret opened another door. And every step I took made me question my reality. I asked myself over and over, could they really do this to me? Could the people I trusted most really betray me so completely? But I couldn't stop. I had to know everything. With every discovery, I started to see patterns. The hidden messages, the secret meetings, the quiet manipulations, all pointed to a truth that was bigger than I had imagined. They weren't just after my property. They were after control, power, and influence. They had been working quietly, silently behind my back, waiting for the right moment to claim everything. And I had been blind. The shock hit me in waves. Some moments I felt rage so strong I wanted to scream. Other moments I felt paralyzed by fear. How do you confront people who were supposed to be your protectors, your family? How do you fight betrayal that runs through your closest relationships? But despite the fear, despite the pain, I knew I had to plan. I couldn't confront them. I couldn't react without strategy. I created a system. Every letter, every photograph, every document. I organized them, piecing together the story they had tried so hard to hide. Each piece was a clue, a step closer to understanding the full extent of their deception. Some nights I couldn't sleep. I would stare at the ceiling, thinking about the people I loved, the life I thought I had, and the reality I had uncovered. I felt anger, heartbreak, and a desperate need for justice all at once. I realized something very important. Knowledge alone was not enough. I needed proof. I needed to understand their motives. And I needed to prepare myself emotionally and mentally for what I was about to face. Every day I became stronger, more focused. What started as shock turned into determination. I knew that facing the truth meant facing my own fears. It meant seeing my family for who they truly were. not the version I had believed in for so long. And so I continued day after day, unraveling every hidden secret. Each new discovery brought pain, yes, but also clarity. Each revelation helped me understand the reality of my situation and the depth of the betrayal. I learned that those I had trusted the most could manipulate even the purest intentions. But I also learned something else. I learned that knowledge gives power, that understanding the truth, no matter how painful, gives you the ability to act. And now, after weeks of uncovering secrets, analyzing documents, and connecting the dots, I am ready. I am ready to confront the hidden truth. I am ready to face the betrayal. I am ready to take control of my life. Because one thing is clear, the people who tried to deceive me thought I would stay blind. They thought I would continue living in ignorance. But I am no longer blind, and I will not let them control my life anymore. The journey is far from over. Every step I take brings me closer to exposing the truth, reclaiming what is mine, and finally breaking free from the shadows that have haunted me for so long. I don't know what will happen next. The path ahead is uncertain, filled with risk, fear, and challenges I have never faced before. But I know one thing: I will not stop. Because the truth, no matter how painful, must be faced. And I am ready.